Well, hello, welcome to Drawing with Fire. I am Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, here to help guide you on your burning adventures. And I'll be joined with Hubcap, Hookup, here in a few minutes. He's making some hot cocoa because we are cold. If you can hear the heater in the background, please let me know and we will click it off. Hi, Eve. Hi, Steve. Hey, Richie. So I've been working on the dragon. Hey, Philip. And I wanted to make sure I had something done. One of the things I did learn is because it started puckering, is I actually stapled it with the big staples to an MDF board that I had. And hey, Angel. And this helps make it a little smoother on trying to burn it and hold it and move it around or whatnot. Up here at the top, I still have my little test leather that I look at just to see what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm going to pick up with, I think we're going to do some dark first. I just realized I need to bump the camera up so you guys can see. There we go. I think I'm going to put in some dark at the top. My hat just fell off. Oops. And don't mind me. I'm going on 4 hours of sleep. I'm about to have a sugar rush, so this should be fun. I have found that the large ball tip does really good on the light gradients and burning and getting it smooth. I still have a lot that I want to get done, and this is going to be darker, but I realize this back leg looks off, and I think what it is I probably should kind of draw, let's see here, how to do it. I think I'm going to draw like the foot kind of extended out here, so it looks like the leg is kind of protruding while this one is tucked in. That's what I'm looking at doing. Ooh, hot cocoa's here.
Why's your hat on the floor?
Because it fell off my head.
Do you want it back on your head?
Yes, please. Hey, Pearl. Hey, Paulo.
How?
Let's see here.
What are you doing in here?
I just moved.
Backflips in here?
Yeah, like my body would do black backflips. Thank y'all. Yay. Told you I knitted this too big. So hubby's with us now.
Up cap.
Yeah, I did that, kind of, for you.
Here you go.
Let's see.
Which side you want on?
Right there, please.
Okay, it's 3/4 so fast.
Oh, that needs more.
Oh, it'll be
Sorry.
extra chocolatey.
Oh
Chocolatey.
gosh, do you want to do that to them?
Either way, you're eating the same amount of chocolate.
That's true. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking this leg right here, and I know they can hardly see it, and that kind of sucks. Next time, I'm definitely going to do a softer pencil to see the graphite better, because I've even had to go back there and kind of draw things in that I couldn't see. Oh my goodness, this is going to be super chocolatey. Normally I go to like there with the water, because I put in 6 spoons of hot cocoa.
That's a lot of spoons.
That's a lot of spoons. Well, I need the spoons.
Do you need me to put more water in it?
We'll see.
Alright.
See what we'll get through right now. I'm just trying to.
Oh. Richie's here.
Yep, Ricky's here.
Did you already say hi to everybody?
I did, unless somebody.
Oh, Angel's here.
And I'm 4 hours of sleep and sugar. I can't get that the way I want it. I'm gonna have to leave that for now, and we'll just start burning. It's not a big deal. Did I lose my? No, there's my line. Besides, actually it needs to go down because my horizon line is right here. So I was putting it up in the air. I think it needs to go there. And that should be fine. We'll leave it there for now. So I was saying that I was going to do some darks up here, but I think I want to show them. This is on 2. I'm touching down in a place that's already dark, bringing it out. It's a little hotter than I've been doing, but I do need to darken up this area, so it's not a big deal. And I've been going quickly in circles.
Is that why your hat came off?
No, I hadn't even gotten that far yet. fact, I can lower the heat a little bit. It does not take a whole lot for the leather to burn.
Well, you didn't even acknowledge that.
Huh? Sorry.
You said you were going in circles.
Yeah, I'm dizzy.
Is that where your hat came off?
Sorry. Can you guys hear the heater blowing? It's... Woohoo! We're up to 50 degrees in here. And for Celsius, I think 50 was around... It was under 10 degrees Celsius. Started off at 42 today, so it was a tad warmer than yesterday. Alright, so just moving along. I lowered it down to 1.5, and really all it's doing is kind of smoothing out the leather, giving me a bit of a texture, which for the dragon's fine. I used the 18S to put in the arms and legs. But let's look at what happens when we go dark. And since this is going to be a cave, and these areas are going to darken up so that our dragon actually looks like it is in its scene. That is not two different scenes. I gotta blend things together. So for the dark up here, I've got, this is the 18S. I bumped it up to 3, which actually may not be as dark as I want it. So I'm going to go to 3.5. Looking at my little chart that I've made myself. Now it's not perfect, but at least gives me an idea for a starting point, so I'm not just... yeah, this will be dark. Okay, can we see? We can see... So this is a 3.5 on the Optima, which would normally, I would say for wood, that is normally about a 4.5. But with wood, you do have a little bit more nuance because this is skin. I think we kind of lose that. And I am trying to lift and put down instead of doing the circles. Hoping that the tip, because we lost some heat there, you can tell right here. I'll use more of the tip instead of the whole. I'm going to blend that in. Actually, a spoon shader might do this better because I do want it a little smoother. And because it's leather, I can't like sand it to smooth it out. So I'm going to switch over. And I think Pat is making these a little different now. This is the medium spoon shader that I have. And it looks like we'll still be on 3.5. See, that's why the chart is so handy. I can glance over, have an idea of what I want, and just go. So this is the medium spoon shader. It is going to burn darker because it's a thinner, smaller tip, even smaller than thickness-wise than the 18S. Let's see here. Give it a second. Now I found cleaning off the carbon hasn't been an issue. Stapling this down really does help. Somebody in group mentioned using rubber cement and putting it on the back and gluing it down to poster board or something. But the leather on the back is very rough. He said that the rubber cement comes right off. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to test to see what happens. Yeah, we can go hotter. So we are going to go up to 4. Alright, this is definitely burning smoother than what I was getting here. Like that. Much better. And I'll just have to blend this in. So I'm not going to freak out about it. I don't want it black. I don't think. I think black would be too much. But we do have darks in the eyes. And areas are going to be darker. So, and this is rock in the back for the cave. It looks like we could even go bigger size-wise. I will say it takes a little longer using the 19M, or sorry, the large ball tip, because of area size. Alright, we'll switch over to the large. And again, this is still thinner than the 18s, so it's going to burn differently.
Richie wants to know what you're going to do with this when you get it done.
I can't remember who I talked to. Brenda from Pyrography ME, or Made Easy, talked about the Tandy has a leather acrylic sealer spray. So I'm going to see about getting some of that and seal it, mat it and frame it, and see what happens. See what happens. If anybody's interested in it, I'm going to have to go darker. I expected smoother. So let's try that. I mean, it does smooth out the texture of the leather, but I wanted to smooth it down. This is 4.5, and the leather is sucking up the heat, and that's why we're losing it so quickly. Just have to make adjustments.
So did you talk about why you stapled it down?
I did, because of the puckering.
Yeah. Angel says she thinks it's a girl dragon.
It does look like she has a little bit of eyelashes.
I think it's reminding some people from Chad of the dark dragon from Shrek.
I see it now too. So
old
it's not intentional.
Old Good Gamer says that they know it's not from Shrek though. You drink any of your cocoa?
I have. For some reason my voice sounds funny. I talked a little bit today. It shouldn't be funny.
Oh, that's good cocoa.
Yeah,
I made a mocha. Mine's half coffee.
You're not taking a nap today. Let's see
I
here.
got a massive headache right now, so we'll see.
Let's see what doing circles will do, because I'm not getting the smoothness I want. Maybe I'm going to have to switch out. I really thought, because the spoon shaders heat up better, or not better, but differently than the ball tip. So that's why I was going for that. I'm not getting what I want. Well, let's see what happens if I go quickly. Keep the circles small. I should be able. Let's see here. Let's go down to 3.5 just in case. I should be able to still get it smooth because I did get it smooth here. I had to pull in the tail because it's too close to the edge. Because last week's transfer, it was a little bigger. And since I don't want it touching, yeah, I might have to make this a little smaller so I can mat it right. Alright, so let's see. I am still learning with this. I found that doing the lower heat definitely helps. There's a couple places where I kind of was a little frustrated when I touched down, but I think because I started off lighter, I can kind of blend things out. And I found a company, or a business, I should say. It's not a company. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
I found a business that in Oregon that has brain tanned deer, bison, elk, and moose leather. And I did contact them to see if I could get some of their scraps, but understandably did not hear back from them. But I did link them down in the description in case you're interested. Let's see what happens if I slow down. It's going to be darker, but maybe I can get a little smoother burn that I'll be okay with. So I'm slowing down. And I'm just working out in a circle. I would definitely say the darkers, getting them smooth, are a pain in the butt. I'm not getting what I want. I may have to work this back and forth in order. Oh boy. In order.
Mm-hmm.
I caught that one.
Did you know?
I did. I caught it hard.
Yeah, it's not.
The sugar kicking in or the lack of sleep?
I'm calling A, calling B for you.
So I've got a little area that's lighter. I think I'll work that into the rock. And I'll make it look like there's more of the rock. Hopefully curving around. Give us more of a three-dimensional feel. Let's see.
I guess Angel's hurting right now.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it is cold here, Angel.
We're warmer today than we were yesterday.
Not so cold as in some other places, but it's cold enough.
Yeah.
In
The wind chill.
In the 20s. Wind chill's slower.
Yeah. That's the killer.
Angel wants to know, what about a frame that looks like it's sitting in a den waiting?
Oh, like a shadow box?
Yeah, maybe. And Ted Turner.
Hey, Ted.
Said it would look great stretched in a wood frame of Native American warrior shield style. Oh, okay.
I plan on doing one similar to that. I didn't leave enough leather since I'm really just testing and trying to figure things out. I didn't leave enough leather for that. I do have a plan for that. I'd really like the deer hide for that.
Angel wants to know if there's a reference pic.
Nope, I drew it.
So this reminds me of, because a long time ago, Troy and I were talking about, like, what if we started up, like, a more hardcore Renaissance fair? And we wanted to have, like, a dragon cave, right? And the dragon cave would be a cave, but you'd never see the dragon, but in the back would be, like, a World War II flamethrower that just blew flames out of the cave, like, every 30 minutes or so, you know?
That would be cool.
Like, a really cool Renaissance fair.
Can you do me a favor since Angel's asking, can you, in my Sunday bag, in the front?
Parachute?
Yeah, the parachute.
Where is it?
It's out in the hall.
Yeah, there's a store right there.
Okay. I'll grab this.
The piece that you sold.
Oh, I forgot all about that. We can discuss that when you come back in. Don't let the heat out.
I'm coming back.
I know, but all the warm air is leaving the room. I feel it. There it goes.
Sorry, what did you say? I had to shut the door so
You didn't shut the door because I felt it. I felt the cold air.
Now, what do you want out of this?
Let's see. Multitasking.
Well, just tell me.
Well, I know, but I don't know how to tell you, so it's easier to.
You could have said, "Get me the black book."
No, because I couldn't remember if it's the black book.
See
It's not the black
book. See what I have to deal with, chat.
It's not the black book. Then now that I pulled this one out, watch it be the black book. All right.
What are you looking for specifically?
Well, and you wanted to know about if there's a pattern. I actually sat and drew it while we ate breakfast, or actually had coffee. And I kind of needed it because I like how this hand looks better. And say, oh, see, that's what I did. You can't see the foot because it's under the scrolls that I added. That's what it is. Okay, so I did draw it in. I didn't finish like painting this or anything. I just needed to see.
That's good because you were all upset about it at the time. You were like, I don't like it.
Well, I still don't like it.
My official comment. Whatever.
Alright, there you go. So now you can talk about what you're going to talk about.
Oh, so we go to a local coffee shop every Sunday to hang out and paint and sketch and stuff, and I think probably a lot of you guys know that if you're on Instagram.
Yep, Campus Coffee Bean.
So we were sketching, and this like young couple comes up, and they started asking about the art, and I was asking the guy about his art, and
2 college kids.
Yeah, 2 college kids. Anyway, so the girl, Liz, said that she really, really loved the piece that you were doing. It's a piece that we last posted on Instagram, and it's like just of the mountain. And
It was
I really liked it, but of course Valarie is like, I don't like it. It's terrible.
It sucked.
In your opinion, which in this case is incorrect. Anyway, moving on. So we thought that they left, and Val was like, well, because the girl said that she wanted to buy it, and so we thought that they left, and we went to leave, and this girl comes running out, and she was really, really sweet.
Very sweet.
Yeah, and she was like, I really, really want the piece, and I want to buy it. But then she was like, oh, but maybe you should have it, because I don't know, if I. She was like trying to be nice, and she's like, oh, maybe I just want you to have the money. And
no.
And I looked at her. I said, hey, we're artists. This is what we do. It's okay. But we don't really get dressed up for our Sundays.
I'm sorry, this part makes me
and
laugh.
So like sometimes like we might be mistaken for hobos, maybe, and there's a chance that maybe she thought that we were hobos or dirty hippies or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with dirty hippies, but anyway, but yeah. And then Val has this giant bag that she brings with her with all of her art supplies. Like, this bag, right?
It's on Instagram, too. You posted it.
It looks like a parachute bag.
It's a backpack.
Yeah, but it's parachute size. But anyway,
if
Val really wanted to, if the place was packed, she could supply art supplies to everybody in the building. Like, everybody in the coffee shop would be able to sketch or paint or whatever, And like, but we do have a lot of homeless people, unfortunately, in Flagstaff, and of course, they have bags where they carry around the stuff that they have because that's all that they have. And anyway, so
we always try to help.
So Val's dressed in layers,
but it was cold and windy
that don't match.
It was a hoodie and my sweater.
There's a picture of you on Instagram. So.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
hi, Aaron. He's got a question.
Oh,
I don't want
to. Anyway, so but very sweet girl, and she got Val's landscape for a smoking deal because we didn't put a price on it, but
I figured if he wanted it that bad, he was really drawn to it. It meant something to her. So.
Oh. So Aaron says. Hang on. I'm looking. Okay, so Aaron S. Do you know Aaron S?
Versus Aaron B?
Okay, well, do you know her?
She
says, hi, Val. Do
hi,
you have
Aaron.
They've used for vegetarian 8 to 12 ounce. If you do, let me know. I have a ton of it, and it needs to find a home where it can be used.
It's Vegetan?
I believe that's what she said.
8 ounce, 12 ounce. Up. If you're Sharon,
No, her name's Erin, not Sharon.
Okay.
Oh, and she's in Phoenix.
Yes, I do know Sharon.
Okay.
Yes. We were just there too.
Okay.
Is it dyed? That would be my other question. Is it dyed? Because, let's see here. That would be... I gotta straighten this out. It's like gone over.
Well, even if it's dyed, I could paint on it.
You could paint on it.
She really doesn't want it.
That's true. Ooh, I am so sorry. That was the mic of all the things to hit. I am so sorry.
Why did you have that evil look on it before you smacked
I did
it?
not.
It was a look like, look what I'm gonna do.
I did not.
Okay, I may have made that up.
You so made that up. Oh, my hair's falling. Gotta keep it out of my face so I don't burn it. Alright. This isn't stapled straight, nor is the leather cut straight, so it kind of throws me off. That's why I did the line. And then I don't have to waste time burning an area that doesn't need to be burned.
It's not dyed.
Oh, then yes, awesome. Would you like a piece of art on it for sharing? I wouldn't mind doing that. If you'd like, I could burn something little on it for a piece for you, for sharing. That's only fair, I think. Alright, so we got the cave in. It's going to look off because I don't have the stone in on this side. But I can negative burn here. And see, I switched off of the ball tip because I don't know how well you can see it. It leaves dots that I don't want for the rocks right now.
Excuse me.
So that's why I had the spear shader on. Let's switch over, and that's what I did with this. I used the spear shader.
Erin says she would never turn on a piece of your artwork.
Oh, thank you. You know, Ricky, I don't know how you can see if it is veggie tan. I really don't. I would need to look that up and see. I don't know if they do certain markings on it in order to know. I know there's codes like stamped onto the leather. There's a piece that was sitting here. Where did it go? Like this piece of leather has a code stamped on it. And I guess if I held it the right way. And I'm not sure if this tells the person selling it what type of leather it is. There was also another code on the back. So I definitely have to look that up. Yeah, Ted's saying he doesn't think you could tell. And what I can do is I will call Tandy, where I bought this leather, and see if they can tell me if there's a way to test or know if it is veggie tanned. That's like the only people I could think of who would have hopefully better information than I would on that. And then we'd both know.
Ted's going to Google.
Google works too.
Yeah, and Erin says it's a deal. She'll email you later. Give you details.
Awesome, thank you.
So.
Let's see, we're not going down this week.
Well, that's awfully kind of you,
Thank
Erin,
you.
because ever since Valarie started burning on leather, she's been freaking out.
I haven't been freaking out.
About how awesome it is.
Well, it's something new for me. And sometimes...
Oh. Erin has worked in the leather industry for 20 years.
Oh, well, then maybe...
So she can give you some details.
That would definitely help. Richie, can you... Aaron, Richie has a burning channel also. If you click on his little icon in chat, it should take you to his channel. And hopefully, maybe you can give him some information.
So
lick your finger, wipe it on the leather.
Yes,
it turns dark, it's veggie tan. Oh, this is a good test. Okay.
See, I just did it.
Well, okay, but I want to do it.
What if you just lick the leather?
No, I'm not licking the leather. Okay. So Aaron says if you lick the finger...
I already did that.
I'm doing it on camera.
Okay.
And wipe it on the leather and it turns dark, it's veggie tanned. Now, is it going to stay dark?
No. It's gonna dry.
There we go. Okay, that's a good little tip to know. Thank you, Aaron.
Wow, now you have another piece of information.
I do. I like information.
I know you do.
Hey.
You're like one of those computers in the movies that gathers information until it becomes sentient and takes over the world.
Hey, don't give away my evil plan.
More information, please. I will not use this to take over the world. Just kidding.
Don't give away my plan. Let's see here. I do hope I'm not getting sick. I don't feel sick, but my voice sounds...
Ted says if you put in a small, narrow strip of leather in boiling water, if the leather instantly curls up, it's vegetable tan. So that's another test.
Boiling water. Instantly curls. Do you guys want to do that on camera? You'd have to go get some boiling water. And we can see if it curls.
Well, I feel like that we already know it's vegetable tan, though.
Well, I do, but at this point now I want to make sure it is.
Well...
Now, the deer hide that I'm interested in, that's brain tanned. So hopefully, get a little bit of that and see how that smells and burns, and if it burns differently. Brains. Hey, at least it's using the animal. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. Now, Aaron, how much softer is deer hide, if you know, compared to this is cow hide? How much softer or... See, I touched down too hot, but you know what? We're in rocks, so let's make it work for us. Because I'm wondering how different it's going to burn. I'm not so much worried about the thickness. Because the leather seems to take the heat pretty well. Now, normally on wood, I'd be going back and forth, but if you notice when I do that, no, it didn't do it there. It kind of did it there. Kind of skips. It does a puckering line. But for rocks...
Actually, if that's true... You'd already, if it's heat activated, you've already had to stick this down because it's reacting.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you're talking the boiling water?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't, but it wasn't. It was just puckering, like.
Right.
Not even. How you see how this is? It was just rippling, and I wanted a smoother texture. Now, I was told that more heat, the darker areas, that the leather might shrink. So...
Aaron says deer is super soft and much thinner.
Much thinner.
And Ted says, what do vegetarian zombies eat? And the answer is grains.
That's a good one. Sugar reload. Alright.
What did you say?
I say sugar reload. Oop.
Oh.
Things.
Okay.
Alright, my horizon line's right there. I don't want to outline it because I want to be able to... This is going to be darker and I need to blend in.
So you just have to be careful because I think your brain is speeding up and your mouth is too.
So we should be okay. It's only if one's going slower than the other.
No, we have to be able to understand you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. Now I gotta figure out how... See, the darker I burn here, the more the horn is going to stand out. What I also am going to find out, hopefully, maybe next live we will do some scratching out and some highlights, see what we can use for white, just to make things pop. Oh, no. Next week is a critique.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Next week is the critique. So, if you haven't submitted yet,
Yep.
please do. That's right, I wanted something laid back and helpful before the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
For holidays.
I have it, I have the post marked as an announcement in the Facebook group. And that's where I'm taking submissions. So, need people to submit. Because I don't have any other plans. I'm just trying to do this rough. I am going to darken this later. Because right now, I mean, we got some cool texture. But I think it's too much texture. It needs a little more blending. So, we'll do that. Too bad we can't have one of the boys coming up for Thanksgiving swing by and meet Erin for the leather so she didn't have to worry about it.
Mm.
Guess I could have the boys if they felt comfortable doing it. Because we don't go back down there until December. But I guess we can do it then. We can do it then. Alright, where do I want to go next? See, this area needs to be darker, but I want it to fold to look like it's going out. The tail needs to be darker. I think the body, how do we do this? How do I want to do this? Because I'm still trying to figure out how I want this to look. Overall, graphite does erase well off of the leather, so I'm happy about that. There's the foot. Oh gosh, that's what happens when I already had a foot.
When you drink cocoa.
No, when it's so light and you're not looking at your drawing, because the foot is right here. That makes more sense. All right. I wonder, should we put our shadow down here? There's gonna be shadow here, shadow under the keys, of course, here. Here, because right now I feel really off balance. I think this is gonna be, I gotta remember the perspective we're in, and I want this. This is the floor, and I didn't figure out if I wanted a texture for the floor. And since I have texture on the arms, well, let's see what happens. I can always try to smooth it out. This is darker than I wanted, but I bumped this down to 2.5. I'm using just the end of it. Haha, you watch. See how I watched that there?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have grace.
Erin says that she's tested deer, cow, and other skins with tattooing. Cow was the best and deer was the worst because the skin bunches. So if you're gonna get deer skin, you're probably gonna have to like stretch it.
Stretch? Oh, wet it and stretch it.
Well,
and staple it down.
Wetting it, but stretching it for sure, so that it doesn't do that, or it inhibits that.
Alright. So am I on screen? I am not.
You look like you're on screen.
No. Now I am. I'm doing this area.
Ted wants to know if there's any other way to transfer to leather besides a projector for those that don't have projectors. You could use some of the older styles of transfer. You could use a grid.
Yeah, you could draw it.
Just like in the old days. In the really old days. You could use a grid.
Well, I've used a grid before. I would say put heavy graphite, soft heavy graphite on the back of whatever you want to transfer, and then go over it. You're gonna have to go over it pretty heavy, or put some good pressure down to get that to transfer. I didn't use, I think, a soft enough graphite. I think it would have worked better. Now I really need to turn the board here so that I don't burn in the hand and I can go along. You know, I'll just flip. Let's see what I need.
What now?
I need to flip because I need to be able to get into this small area. Do that, and then I think we'll work here on blending that arm in because we wouldn't necessarily see all of it. Alright, so we got our dark in for now. Sorry about that. Not trying to make people dizzy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my ball tip on camera here. And I'm going to blend it because I want the arm to look rounded. And that's how I did my drawing. See, if I have this lighter right here, that'll make it look like the light, because in general I've got the light going this way. That's where I've got it coming from. So this area will be lighter. Thank you. Thank you. So let's blend all this in. That's what I need. Let's see if I can get this perspective right. Blend it in. See, I'm losing some of the texture, but if it's in shadow, we wouldn't see it anyway. Maybe go this way, like here. See the paper. Oh, it stops right there. Okay. So a bit further down. Even a small ball tip might be a little better choice there, but we did it. I did it. It's in there. Alright, so now we're going to pull that darkness in. And I'm moving the tip very quickly because I do have it at a higher heat. It's at 2.5. And I don't want it black like I have it here, but I do want it to blend in. So I'm going to keep this pin moving because if I stop in one spot, I'm going to get the dreaded blob. I do need to bring it up.
Ted, Bernadette doesn't have anti-grav hair. I think she uses a lot of product in her hair.
What did he want to know if she had?
She popped in.
She always just pops in. Now the paper would be shaded, but I'm going to leave that for now. Let's see here. I could go darker here. And that way this stays more the focus. And I'll have to blend out the dark up here. Because this is where I want you to really pay attention. That there's story going on around it. So... and that's why the face might look a little awkward. That's because the face is coming at you. At least that's my intent. Whether I'm pulling it off is a different story. This does need to be darker. And then I also need to be darker on this side. Because the light is not hitting. Now here I use the 18M. And if you notice, what it's doing kind of is where I use the tip to just tap down. Using this ball tip quickly is making that pattern stand out more. Ooh, I like that. Okay, good to know. So, a lot of this, if the light's coming this way, in general, a lot of this, let's see, how would the light be hitting? So, we hit the top of here because the head would block. Alright, so, oh, too dark, too dark. Well, that's going to make me have to go darker then. Alrighty, let's do this. That's darker than I wanted. It just has to be okay. So, but if I darken the other areas, it'll look like I did it on purpose. And the only reason you guys know that I didn't is because I told you.
Nobody says nothing.
What happens on the live stays in the live. Okay. Don't know exactly how that works.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the sugar kicking in.
Let's see. But I did want these darker, so.
Are you done with your cocoa?
No, I've only had a couple of sips actually.
It's gonna get cold.
It always does.
You want me to go heat it up?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll have to go back and listen to see how loud the heater is in the video.
I don't know. It just shut off.
Because I had a timer on it.
Oh.
I put it on for 4 hours. And
well, the chat hasn't mentioned the heater, so.
Okay. So, we know this is going to be lighter. So I can go ahead and darken these. Now, I don't necessarily need to darken them all the way. Because having some different lights like that makes it more interesting. It makes it look less flat. So we're going to leave some of the lights, but the highlights I think will come out more along here. Hopefully it's on camera.
Aaron sent you a message on Facebook Messenger.
Thank you. I will definitely pop in there after the live. Oops, that was smooth. So we still need. I don't want a line. Let's see here. See, I kind of gouged the wood. Let's see here. Okay. On camera, it's looking a little bit better, but the thing is on camera, I have noticed with the leather, it looks a little cloudy, hazy. But I think once I'm done burning and then I seal it, that haziness will go away. But looking at it on camera makes it look a little clearer than what I am seeing. Let's see if I can get this up right, kind of, where it's even with the camera.
I think it looks really nice.
But yeah, but if you look at it sitting here, you can see the haze that the leather has. Like I said, it's not something I think that the haze will go away when I seal it, so I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
So Jen or Gen Kraling, I don't know. I'm assuming it's Jen. Says, I like the pins you're using. That's all we will sell.
Hi, Jen.
I don't understand the context.
I don't either. These are Optima ball tips. The reason it's black is because when I ordered these, that was out of the teal. And since all I care about is a good pin working, I haven't asked to switch them out. You don't think about ours. The only problem is they could get confused with razor tip.
We could frustrate Pat and say that they're part of a special series of Optima. They're Black Series Optima pins.
Black Series Optima.
They're extra special.
Because I touched them? Oh, sugar kicking in.
Yeah,
there it is.
yeah,
I feel it. I feel it.
Yep.
I feels it.
Yep. First thing to go is the filter.
I hope I can take a decent nap. That will help.
I got a killer headache going on.
Still?
Well, it's linked to my eyes.
Well, don't use them.
Well, I have to. I have to read chat.
I know. Thank you. I'm trying, because this looks odd, the part of the tail, though my value on that side is about the same. I do want this darker. And here, I didn't go completely smooth. I actually left some of the circles in the lighter areas so that it's not quite as textured as this, but it's not completely smooth like I have on the cheeks for right now. So I'm bumping down the heat to 1.5, and we'll go ahead and bring our shading around. I do think, see, once I put that in, I actually like that. How's it look on screen for you.
Good. So Jen says we saw Optima runners and pans. And
Awesome.
Says I do like what you're doing with them.
Thank
Paulo
you so
has
much.
to go. He has to go and feed everyone.
Bye, Paulo.
Bye, and thanks for the live stream. No problem. Bye, Paulo.
Enjoy the foods. All right.
Are we eating lunch today?
That tends to be what happens.
Oh.
Well, it does.
Sarcasm will get you nowhere.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Angel says, we love you, Jason. Sometimes.
I didn't say that. I love
Thanks,
you
Angel.
all the time.
Sometimes.
I love you all the time.
I love you too. All the time.
So, trying to darken this up. I did bump down in heat. Actually, what I could do is kind of, let's turn up the heat a little bit, and I'll put in the shadow a little bit.
Sound like a chef. Let's turn up the heat.
Well, I got to turn up the heat. So, put the shadow in, and then I can decide how dark I want the tail based on, because I don't want to lose what I may have. I don't want a dark floor. See, now it looks like he has a forked tail.
Who doesn't want a dark floor? Well, it would be...
No, it'd make it worse.
Because Xena's hair would stand out even more.
So I don't want it outlined, so I'm moving the pen rather quickly. There's a couple areas where it kind of looks outlined, and I'm hoping that I can blend it out so it's not so bad. I keep hitting my desk, which bounces the camera. Bring it down. Bring it down. Now, I think if I leave the shadow here for now, that means I definitely have to darken up the tail. And see, this is why, even on regular wood, why I recommend not putting any color down. Because if you notice, I'm going back and forth to change the tonal values to darken where I think it needs to darken. And if this was wood and I put color down, then that would be not a good thing. So raw wood burning the whole way. And then have fun adding color if that's what you want. Burl's been quiet. What's up with that?
Is Burl here?
Yeah, she came in. She's been quiet. So let's dark. What are you?
Looking at this thing.
That's not looking. You don't look with your hands.
I'm
Look with your eyes.
inspecting it.
But it's not needing inspection.
Well, I've never taken a close look at it.
Let's see here. I can tell right here I was kind of off on my line. This means I'm going to have to darken up this shadow a little bit out. But I can come back and do that so that it doesn't look outlined. But my darkest shadow is going to be closer to the subject, and then as it comes out, it'll lighten and fuzz out. So for now, we got circles. I left the pin up too hot, and I didn't touch down in a darker place. That's why that happened. You know what? Let's use that. So I need that kind of gave it a bit more. Let's see here. I lifted the pin up, going in circles. Actually, I'm doing bigger circles so that I get a pattern, but hopefully it looks more random. Let's see here. Lift off. And then lifting off, I'm letting the heat recover on the tip. Take it off. Now I could up my heat, but I'm actually happy with the tone, so I don't want to mess that up. If I want to go darker, it's just a matter of lifting up the pen so it heats up again. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, definitely with leather. It seems easier to darken.
I gotta go let mine out.
I hear that. To darken on wood, when you go light and then you just start trying to darken it, sometimes you can have an issue getting it dark in layers. But I can say that so far with the leather, I have not had that issue. Let's take that out. Now sunlight would be hitting here, so I need to see. He opened that door, and all that cold air came in. I feel it. I had to have him turn that back on. But this tail would be casting more of a shadow and covering the arm on this side. So I really need to get that. I can darken that. Minute. So I'm trying to go with the direction of the tail, and since it's curving around, I want to follow not only roundness like this on the cylinder, because that's a hot pin, so that's not smart, going this way, but as it curves around, also following that pattern, and that gives you more of the fullness that you're looking for. And again, so it doesn't look flat. Here I do want darker, and so I'm going to kind of dot, but following the arm, the muscle. And now that he left the room, I gotta remember to look at the chat. Oh no, there's Burl. Uh-oh, he's freezing. I think she's got it back under control. Alright, so that just went darker, but you know what? I think sometimes having a variation, which I will go lighter and blend that out right here so we don't have that line. But for now, that can wait. I'm going to use the heat that I'm at right now because it's working. But I do need, if I go really light with the floor, we would have a bit of cast lighting right here along the rim of the arm. So for now, I'm going to leave that since I haven't decided what the floor is going to look like. If I just leave that thin line there without trying to darken it right now, it gives me a little bit more option to alter. All right, so I can darken here.
What?
You might have to turn the heater back on because I can feel it. Yeah, is that too loud? Because they've had it off for a little while now. So we'll just wait and let chat tell us. I'm just trying to build up. I was just saying that I need to lighten that line right there.
Okay.
But in looking at the camera, because it is giving me a different view.
Yeah.
I do need to darken here. And darkening here, I think the actual body is going to have to go darker in order for the tail to make sense. Yep, I'm going to have to darken this area, which means this area and this area. But then when we look at it, as our focal point, I need to smooth this out. It looks more like an alligator nose, and that's not quite what I wanted.
Richie has to go.
Bye, Richie! Burl's going to the leather store today. Yeah, I need to flatten that, I think. Or make it more pointy. And that's going to be a matter of shading. What'd you do? Alright, I'm going to bump up to 3, and we're going to darken the arm so I can see what I need to do for the tail. So I do think the tail is more important in the view. What do you think? Or don't think?
I'm looking. I think it needs.
Well, it's going to go darker.
Yeah.
But I can't really adjust it until I see. So I'm just dotting down. I did originally use the 18M, or I'm sorry, 18S for this, but I'm trying not to lose the texture, and if I go too dark, I'll lose it. So let's see. And I'm just doing random. I don't want the pattern. I don't want a consistent pattern. Like, I got a line there. I would say if the lines get a little long, that's okay, because we're going back towards the wall. I think it will help perspective. Because I do have an odd perspective with this drawing. But I didn't want the typical dragon pose. So I can tap a little lighter here just so it's darker. We don't lose the pattern. Here on camera. But it darkens it up. I think that's important. And sometimes if there's like a little line or something, it could be a scar. Dragons have scars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're guarding something important.
Mm-hmm.
This is wisdom he's guarding, so important stuff. Alright. Trying not to make them all uniform. I am kind of touching down and going up on a few. But it's so light and so quick, you probably can't tell. Alright, so got a little highlight here. So how's that look? That's darkening.
Yeah.
I think I feel off on this, so we'll drag this down and go around. That looks a little better. I think I can.
The chat's not saying anything about the heater, so.
Okay. Alright, so that's a little darker, and in doing that, the tail has come out more. And then we need to get the arm up. Now this is the back end. This is his knee, I guess you would say. If I had to say it. The dragon has parts. This would be his knee.
Mm.
You didn't get that reference. Think about it. Oh, I'm hurt. Did anybody get that movie reference? Oh, if I had to say this with any part, I would say it's the knee.
Oh my god, what is that from? They're eating something.
Yes? Let's see if chat gets it.
What is that? We haven't watched it in a while.
Oh, it hasn't been too long since we watched it. Shall I give him another hint? Hi, Amy.
Yeah.
If I give you this next hint, you'll get it.
Oh, don't be so sure.
No. You will get it.
Okay.
Let's see if anybody in chat gets the reference first before I... Let's give them a chance. Now, I didn't say it exactly right, I'm sure. But you get the gist of it. The chat's not moving. Is it moving for you?
Well, Amy's Art Design says hi, everyone.
Yeah, I saw Amy. Said hi to Amy. Let's see here. Darken this up because this is further away. I'm going to kind of do some strokes to... There we go. Come on, guys, name that movie. Because if not, I'm going to have to give Jace. You're going to get another hint, I guess. Let's go in circles. My mama said. My mama said.
Okay, so I was thinking it was Water Boy.
My mama said. Girls are the double.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that would be his knee if I had to say dragons have parts.
Yeah, okay. Now I remember.
Okay, that joke, if I had to explain it, it just failed.
Aaron wants to know, do you see...
Jason saw it. I can't read it right now. Can you click on it? Because maybe he sent something he wants me to address.
Facebook Messenger.
Can't. Pull it over here. Do the drop down. There.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna go quick. So I still keep my texture. But I kind of want it messy because you would not see every line. You would not see every dot. Kind of off there. Alright, let's darken this side so that we feel more balanced. So we're going to dot it in and then I'll squiggle it out. Very technical terms. Dot and squiggle. There, we got new puppet names. Dot and squiggle. No? Alright, so dotting it in. I want to keep that shape. And the leather, so far, the leather, that looks a little more rough than I want, and I'll go back and fix that later. I'll be okay. I'll do this. Hmm? Did you break it? Did you break it? It's alright, I'll look up at the... That was a stormtrooper joke. Did I miss a joke?
There we go.
Hey Jenny, I'm surprised you're up so early. Jenny is in Australia, and it is 6 a.m. down under. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Jenny watched your movies last night.
My movies?
Yes, your little boy movies.
How does this send?
Yes. Your Oblivious movies.
Oh, wow. I forget about those sometimes.
She said her husband wanted to know what he was laughing at because he heard a retro action movie sound.
Oh.
He wanted to know what...
Oh my god.
Did you mess it up?
I don't know what I'm doing.
No comment. Did this. There you go. All better. I fixed it.
Thank you.
So, gotta get that muscle in there. This is gonna be...
Aaron, I responded to you. Maybe. Let me know.
I normally do the responding.
Yeah.
See, I think that looks more warty. Let's kind of work that out. I don't want warty. So, if you're looking down at the body, the scales will be going more this way. So let's get those in there. Don't want a warty dragon.
I get it.
Oh, that's good because I did.
Stormtrooper joke. Missed everyone.
Oh, now I get it. Sorry, we went on a Lord of the Rings kick yesterday, so my brain's still kind of stuck in Middle Earth.
We should watch Hobbit now.
Yeah. Yep. Let's get this darker. Kind of trying to not erase, but alter.
Well, Aaron has to go.
Bye, Aaron.
Just talk to you later.
Yes. Thank you so much.
If you can talk to her after the live.
I will.
We have about
Oop,
17 minutes left on the live. And I have to get the moon out of the backyard.
Cocoa shot. Oh, too sweet.
Is it?
It needed more water. Ever have something too sweet that it makes chills go down your back? That just happened. Ooh. I think I'm going to stick to me making my hot cocoa. Ooh. Now I'm really going to have a sugar rush. I won't be able to take a good nap. Alright, so we got darker. Maybe the texture is too much back here. I don't want to go too much darker because I need to be able to blend it into the background a little bit. I'll leave that for now. What to do. What do you guys think? See, I know this I messed up on. I touched down too hot, so that's why it's not even. I'm going to have to darken that to that. In fact, this side will be darker because the light's coming from this direction, or more from this direction. Haven't really decided yet. Based on how I've been shading, it's been coming from this direction. What to do. Let's see here. I need to darken this up a bit, I think. Let's get that in there. And that's a little darker down there. Alright, that's that. Looking out, I have this knuckle that stands out, but I already darkened it, so that's on my drawing. Let's see, can I blend this in? So yeah, I'd say I messed that up a little bit, but we're going to do some blending and see if I can get it back. Gotta remind myself, look at chat when he leaves the room. So I want to follow the direction of the knuckle. Oh, I gotta tell you this. It happened twice. Worse was yesterday. I actually had to put my headphones on and put Zeppelin on because I was listening to an audiobook. Can't tell you what the audiobook's about yet, but anyway, I was listening to an audiobook. Because the voice is, I don't want to say monotonous, but well, a little relaxing. I was burning, and I kid you not, I was dozing off and burning at the same time. I made myself stand up, and when I couldn't get control of that, I just walked away because I was working. Let's see here. I worked in here. I was like, oh, I can close my eyes for a second while I do this because I'm just going in circles. And luckily my hand kept moving, but I did doze off. Not safe. Don't recommend it. If you're tired when you're burning, just put it away until you feel more rested. It's not safe. It's not like using a pen in that way, where if you drop your ballpoint pen, you might get an ink stain somewhere, but that's the extent of it. So I highly recommend, if you're feeling dozy, get up and walk away from your burning. Oh, is that what's going on, bro? I'm glad. It's not that it's been a long time since I've done that, but it is not the first time. It's been a really long time, actually. But it happened, let's see, yesterday. Both Saturday and or Sunday and Monday, something like that. So I had to put the headphones on and turn the Zeppelin up in order to stay awake, which it worked. Let's see here. Let's take this back because it's not feeling right. I went too dark there. You were gone for so long.
Stuff to do.
Ugh.
We get Moon in. We get Xena in.
Now it's all cold again.
Use the bathroom. Take my medicine.
I was just telling them about dozing off.
Oh.
While I was burning. Not today. Not today.
Okay.
I'm talking, so. And I don't have the book going. Do you think the book made it?
Beryl says we're all mesmerized.
Yeah.
So they aren't saying much.
Let's see here. See, that is a little damaged. So let's pull that in. How does that look on camera? It looks a little more. Yeah.
Jenny Locke says it looks amazing.
Thanks, Jenny. She hopefully will be getting her Optima down under the next couple of weeks.
Excuse me.
Jenny just started last week.
Oh, really?
Less than 2 weeks ago. I'm burning. Yep, she's one of Lisa's Facebook moms.
Oh, okay.
I was told that some people don't watch my videos because they're afraid of getting sucked into another art supply.
Ah.
And that's why Jenny had, excuse me, hadn't been watching. And lo and behold, she got sucked into another art supply.
There you go.
There you go. You're making noise.
Huh?
You're making all kinds of noise.
Oh, sorry.
You're like all fidgety.
I had a bunch of sugar.
Yeah, you still have a headache.
Caffeine. I took aspirin.
You take aspirin. Let's see here. Blend this out. Makes me want to play Skyrim. Maybe I'll take the day off and I'll go play Skyrim in the bedroom on my account. It's been a long time since I played.
Yeah.
Another dragon game you got me. I need to charge the controllers for that. Yes, this old lady sometimes plays video games. Been a while. We are a PS4 household. I know somebody's gonna ask.
Oh. Yeah, she used to. We used to be in a competitive clan.
Yeah.
For a particular game.
I miss that game.
Yeah, I do too. It was a really fun game.
It was. It's really
It was a first-person shooter too, so Val has all kinds of surprises. Oh, Jen says that the Optima just left Chicago for Australia yesterday.
Awesome.
Girl. Go ahead.
Go. Oh, she's picking up her new pens.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. Train. I don't remember what pens Beryl got. I gotta say, I can't say what it's for. Eve knows. I can't say what it's for. Not yet. God, you're gonna hurt somebody. I ain't supposed to be the one.
You pulled my finger.
I pulled your finger. Be safe.
Off.
I did not pull it off. But Burl's sister makes dolls. And I'm getting this wonderful doll from her sister that's a raven. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yeah, she got this. I want to tell her stitch quickly, but then I don't want her to mess up.
I'm not sure it'll be fine.
Hopefully we will be seeing it after the first of the year. But it is so cool looking. I can't wait. So excited. Oh, now I can go a little darker here. We don't need too much of a cast light since it's sitting on the arm. I'll leave the cast light there. Yeah, it's a raven, a witch raven doll that I can't. It's so awesome. Wise woman doll. See, I don't know if doll is the right word for it, though. It's definitely an art piece.
Figurine?
Now, does figurine only apply to something that is like wood or resin or, you know what I mean? Ceramic? Or can it be used?
The connotation for doll is like it's a plaything for a child.
Well, I agree. And people and
figurine is like a little bit more grown up. Or if I was collecting it, would be an action figure.
An action figure. 9PP in the 16S. Okay.
And 16O.
And 16O. The two calligraphy pins I still need to...
Beryl says pattern is on its way and I should have it by Friday.
Yay!
Yes, Ted, action figure, exactly.
He's not an A. No. What I'm getting is an art piece statue.
Beryl says she calls it a doll. Her sister calls it a doll.
Yeah, but I think it's more than that.
Yeah. I have action figures. I have Star Wars action figures.
Oh, it's too big.
Now, my parents referred to them as dolls. But I would used to get really upset. Because they're not dolls.
Yes, they are.
They're action figures.
If mine is a doll, yours is a doll.
No, they're action figures. They're posable.
So is mine.
They do stuff.
So is mine.
They have a Millennium Falcon.
I know you got that. But I'm getting a raven. Meh. You got a falcon, but I'm getting a raven.
Angel says I would love to know what I was talking about. An action figure raven. Yes, action figure raven. But it's like 14 inches tall or something?
Yeah, it's going to be 14 inches. It'll be seen in videos. For sure.
Bernadette's going to get jealous.
Bernadette.
We still have to do
a
our
lot of
toasties.
Yes, we do. We do, but I've only got Burl's photo. The rest of the toasties, well, I can do Eve's. The rest of the toasties have not sent me a photo.
Beryl says collector items.
There we go.
Well, we can do Beryl and we can do Eve, and then the rest of the toasties can decide, like if they want to be a part of it or not.
We were missing Keela today, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to have a doll or a puppet. I'll just have a hubcap.
So what? I can put a shiny hubcap up on screen for you?
Yes.
Let's see here. Yeah, see, it looks hazy to me, and even to you guys, it's a bit hazy. Let's see. I'm gonna adjust my eyes. Still looks hazy.
How much longer are we gonna run?
I'm gonna start wrapping up here. See if we got any questions. So next week will be critiques. So if you want to critique, post that over in the Facebook group. Under announcements, I have that post.
Ted says no photo needed. I look like Santa.
Okay, then I guess we'll have a Santa as well. Nothing wrong with that. I like Santa. Santa's cool. Alright, so I'm gonna end this here for now. My shoulder is hurting, so I need to take a break. No, it's the other one. The one that was doing the work.
Alright, I'm left-handed. So.
No, it's down there. Yeah, it don't matter. Thank you. Alrighty. So, if I have this straightened up, this is where we're at for now. I will try to work on it more later on today. I do need a break. It's harder getting the smooth burns that I want for the darks. I may have to give more texture to the cave back there.
Okay.
Because I don't like it right now.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me see.
You're not liking something? That's really unusual.
Smart ass.
Whoa, what you said.
What I said. My words. My words.
That's not family friendly.
Alright. So, think all the information is down in the description below. I think I got everything. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're new, thank you for stopping by. And if you feel drawn to it, please subscribe. Happy burning, guys. Bye.
Yay.
It's not stopping.